Let me know when we're live again. We're live! Hello, hello. If you hear the sound of my voice, that means you are tuned into the Vintage House Show Spotlight, hosted by me, DJ Momami, right here on WNUR 89.3 FM and HD1 Evanston, Chicago. I am so excited because this month we have a very special guest, Queen of the Underground. If you have not been to any of her wonderful raves or anything Miklan production, consider yourself, a recipient of the word tonight, because you will be converted to the dark side after after this interview. I'm so excited to talk to and welcome our guest, Flores Negras.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here. You are someone that I have wanted to have in the studio for quite some time. I was just waiting for the right moment. I think you just have such phenomenal phenomenal things to share. You're such a force in the nightlife and in the DJ community of Chicago and beyond. And so truly it's an honor to have you in the studio.
Thank you. It's a really cool experience, so I'm excited.
Yeah, well, let's get started talking about how long have you been a DJ and how did you get into DJing? What has your journey in DJing been?
I started out doing metal vinyl nights because I started off with bands, but I always wanted to DJ. I just got my first laptop when I was in my 20s, so
Nice.
I just had a bunch of metal vinyls, and we would do this Tuesday night, bring your own vinyl thing.
Here in Chicago?
Yeah.
Is the bar still in existence?
Yeah, we would do it at Livewire. It's a cool metal bar.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so
Livewire.
if you're ever looking for a metal show of locals and stuff, go to Livewire.
Okay, shout out to Livewire for the
Yeah.
origin story for Flores Negras.
Yeah, they were the first like above ground venue that I
Yeah.
would book with in general. Uh,
And how long have you been doing nightlife and underground things under Miklan Production?
so I just changed the name to Miclan at some point, but before Flores Negras was the name of the party group or like
Whoa,
the event
okay.
group, and then I just like took it on as
Mm-hmm.
my own because I didn't want it to be my name. I wanted it to be more like the community.
Yeah.
I just was
You want
kind
it to
of
be the experience versus you are the sole thing.
yeah. It was just like it started off with I was booking. No one booked my band, and
You were in a band?
I was in two bands.
No way. What did you play or what did you do?
Vocals and guitar, but mainly vocals in this one band, Rosaries. We're making a comeback.
Y'all heard it here first. Rosaries will be back.
Yeah.
Rosaries is coming back. Okay. So then they booked your band.
Yeah, and then people were like, "Oh, can you book us? Like, can you help us put together a show?" Because they saw I was doing shows for my band and stuff.
Okay.
And I just ended up stumbling upon doing that for people. I don't know,
Yeah.
like
So for a while you were doing it, you were kind of putting that energy outward for other people's
yeah,
events.
for a while, yeah, and I mean for me too. And then we most of the shows in the beginning were like fundraisers. Like the first show I ever threw was for Planned Parenthood, and it was called
Ooh.
Resistance of the Pussy.
Ooh,
And
I love
yeah, it
that.
was a bunch of like to this day I still hang out with a lot of the people that were part of that
Yeah.
first show. um, but like just very like femme bands, femme DJs, femme artists, basically.
Yeah.
So it was really
No, and
sick.
so that's really wonderful to hear that for a long part of your journey, the music has been sort of a role in the revolution, you know? Because
Yeah.
I think when so many people look at you and they see you, you are just this revolutionary diva who's like, I'm gonna do things on my term. And you I love how even if it's house music, if it's techno, whatever, you bring this punk perspective.
Yeah.
And I think it's fire that you haven't lost that. And it makes sense. I did not know this about the Flores Negras lore, that it started with a band and a metal vinyl night. How did you find your way into DJing and DJing electronic sounds?
So, well, I've always been into it. Like, I remember when I was really little, 1999, I went to the B96 B Bash, and
Ooh, throwback. That's a throwback.
they were handing out these cassettes, mixtapes, like free mixtapes, and I was like just this tiny little person, like, yeah, give me. And
You're like, free, I'll take it.
yeah, and I was listening to it and I really liked it. I mean, I was listening to some vulgar shit for a little kid, and I didn't even like it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like juke and like
Ooh, yeah.
But I knew that I always liked like how they would mix up the noises and sounds, and just like sometimes like randomly you'd hear something like from Ozzy. I don't know. Like, and I was always like a rocker as a child too.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed seeing or like hearing those weird mixes as a kid. And I thought that I'd be able to afford getting all the gear at some point, but I was an alcoholic and did a lot of drugs, so didn't get to do that at an earlier age. But it's all good. And had to take a step back from dance music for a bit because I was doing a lot of ecstasy and got really bad, so I had to take a step away. And then one day I was like, all right, I'm good now.
Yeah, you're like, I feel spiritually ready to enter this space. And you bring up something I think that a lot of people in nightlife don't cast light on often, but it is the vices that are easily accessible all around you, especially as a DJ. People want to give you some gifts of the narcotic source, and it is easy. And sometimes I think there's this culture of, especially with raves and underground, it's like, yeah, that's where you go to dance and do drugs, that's where you go to dance and get twisted. And it is really easy, and I commend you and thank you for sharing that you had to take a intentional choice to take a step back and sort of rediscover yourself, or get yourself to a balanced space before re-entering.
Yeah.
And when was that that moment for you where you re-entered? What made you go, I'm ready?
Um, I guess I started diving more deep into my roots. You know,
Mm.
sobriety is a really spiritual journey because you have to rip away all those layers of like
Mm.
things that you may have portrayed just to, I don't know, just to fit in or just to like, you're just in it. You're not paying attention. And I started diving deep back into my roots, and it was cumbia. So it was
Ooh.
like, well, cumbia y los goths was like the birth of it all. Was
Yeah.
started as cumbia versus new wave in 2018,
Mm-hmm.
2018, 2019, something like that. And I did a few little sets, and then the pandemic came, and I was like, okay. So a lot of it ended up being me like doing weird, like Instagram live sets in
Oh, those
my,
Instagram live
yeah, just
days.
I'd dress all weird and be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
You know, I had you on one of those too,
I
remember?
think I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, like something, I forgot what it was called, but yeah, it was just a way to highlight a bunch of
I
different
remember it
people
being
too.
goth themed. I
Yeah,
remember that.
uh-huh.
I think the pandemic, in a way, it was really cool to see how some of my DJ acquaintances and friends challenged themselves
Mm.
to do something creative and turn that camera on and come up with the concept. And so for you, it sounds like it was Cumbia Los Goths, but digital.
Yeah,
Digital
yeah,
cumbia.
that was the first time I posted. It was Gumbia Goth or something. The first time I ever made that like actual thing was during the pandemic, and it was kind of cool. Like randomly, like people were sharing a flyer, and then it got to LA somehow, and that's how
Oh,
I ended up making like friendships
those
with
LA
people in LA.
connections.
Yeah, was through that. So
Yeah. And another thing that I'm grateful for as far as, with the pandemic, yeah, it really sucked as a DJ to lose all those gigs, but it also opened up this landscape, this global or national landscape for you to connect with other people who you would have never known because they're playing at their local bar in LA.
mm,
But now you can see them on live or on Twitch or something, and you're
mm,
like, wait, I do that here too. Like,
yeah,
let's connect. And so you're gonna be traveling this weekend, right?
yeah.
Talk to me about the expansion of Flores Negras.
Oh, like traveling and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of it is like um, family. I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go visit family. Let's see
Yeah.
who I could hit up
Oh,
and like
yeah.
just like get a gig at the same time, and just making friends. It's never like a business transaction. It's like actually like creating those experiences with the people out there.
Building community,
Yeah,
like authentic community.
I like the idea of like keeping like you're building that bridge between Chicago and all these other cities, like
Mm.
to try to bring someone back or like have people meet each other and have those friendships kind of like branch out.
Yeah. I mean, you are truly so gifted and talented at community building. And I say that as someone who has been to the Miklan production events, as someone who's been in spaces that you curate. What is, when you're creating an event per se, say you're thinking of like your next rave, right?
Mm.
How do you go about creating that space for partygoers to feel inclusive, but also to like make sure we're respecting each other too? I think it's like how to find this balance between like have fun, go crazy, be free, but also like respect each other. How do you do that?
I honestly think it may be like I'm like that Tia in the party, like just like no one really wants to like get me like like it's just like not they don't want to get me mad, but they just know I'm there and I'm really alert. So it's just like if something does happen, like recently this guy was like he grabbed her and stuff and
Mm.
she came up to me and I went up. It was my birthday party. I was dressed like a skeleton. But I we looked for him and I found him and I dragged him out myself. Like
Mm.
so like I'm very involved with people. Like I try to talk to them. I'm not just like a promoter chilling somewhere, in the distance.
Right. Like,
Actually
okay, here's everyone, here's your lineup, I'm going home. Like, no,
yeah,
you're
or just
there.
like they're doing, I don't know. Sometimes they're just nowhere to be found or
Hmm.
just it's hard to be a promoter too, but I have a really awesome team, which is just people who are genuinely like caring about the community as well. So having
Yeah.
that like also gives me the opportunity to be able to talk to people, because I know that like someone else is like also checking that side of the place, or like, like there's a lot of corners of a
Yeah.
rave. But
For sure. And but like you're so keen and skilled at going to every corner, every shadow, like we good here, we good here, we good here, and
yeah.
then still keeping it like a fun, great space.
Mhm.
And so, when I think of Flores Negras lately, I think of the way you're taking over and really dominating in the underground. I also think about your sounds, and when I think about your soundscape, definitely the cumbia, but also I associate you with techno these
Oh
days.
yeah, no, it started with cumbia, and then
Yeah.
I just started to slowly dip back into like what I like, and I was just like, am I okay? Like I really loved rolling, like I truly
Mm.
loved to like
Keep it totally real with us. This is a safe space.
yeah, no, I really loved it, and I was always really like worried that I'd try to do it again, and
Mm.
I just, slowly got myself back, and I know that I have the willpower not to do anything again. So,
And do you feel like techno is that gateway for you to kind of still feel that trance?
yeah, it's nice. I get really, really, really high, and I'll sometimes be like, oh shit, did I get roofied? But I didn't. I
Mm.
was just really high.
Oh, love that. Love that. We're keeping it safe. It's just
yeah.
authentic grass.
Yeah. And, just I think also with a lot of it is sobriety. I
Mm.
get hyper focused on all the sounds, and it's just a way to get
Mm.
lost. So,
Techno really does have a way of
mhm,
losing yourself, but also in a way finding yourself. You
mhm.
lose yourself to the music, but it's cool because you're locking in on this music, and it's almost like you start to hear every little micro sound. It's
Yeah.
almost like electronic jazz to me,
Oh
techno.
yeah, that's what my partner says. Like
Yeah.
the stuff I'll do, because I really do enjoy like all the weird, obscure, like
Yeah.
I don't know, just like experimental type sounds that'll happen in some tracks, and
Yeah.
preferably I like 4 tracks playing at once, and I'm just like going crazy.
Oh, wow. Shout out
But
to you. That's a lot of splitting your brain. That's like
uh,
right brain, left brain, midbrain, like bottom brain. Like you're
then I'm
really,
looking up, making sure everyone's okay, and then go back
yeah.
down.
Well, and that level of experimentation has landed you in some really great things that I want to applaud you for, like Radius.
Yeah.
What was it like to DJ at Radius?
Oh, it's so cool. They're real nice. They have pizza puffs. They gave me. I was like, "Can I have
You remind me
pizza?"
who you opened for?
Indira Paganota, and then
Yeah.
also Emily Lenz.
Yes, Emily,
Yeah,
two iconic DJs.
yeah, it was cool, and sounds really good. Everyone's really nice. It's just crazy, and I could like. There's this one time I went to a show, and I saw, I don't know, Dave Mustaine,
Mm-mm.
but he was just like I was at like, it was a big stadium, and I
Mm-hmm.
just see him, he peeps out, and I'm like, oh my god, can I have a picture? And he just like fell back into like the door, and I like got to do that. I was like, oh shit, like I popped in through the side, and they're like, oh hey, it's you opened, and I was like, yeah, and then I just like dipped back out. I'm
Yep,
like,
you went
oh.
back to your show.
Uh-huh.
Contrary to popular belief, most DJs, like if we're not in front of the decks, we're in a shell somewhere.
Yeah.
We're in a corner somewhere, like
Mhm.
conserving our energy. So,
Yeah.
I want to hear. We're gonna get into this mix soon. I want to hear about some of your musical inspirations. Especially specifically when it comes to house music, electronic music, old or new. Who are some people that inspired you?
Honestly, it's pretty crazy that I'm like friends with DJ Sluggo, because I've been listening
Ah,
to him since I was like a
Sluggo.
little kid,
Yeah.
and it's just like, wow,
He's so talented.
yeah,
Like legitimately, Pay is a living legend.
yeah,
Paved a soundscape and to this day continues to push his own boundaries, which is
yeah,
awesome.
and he's just a real ass dude. Like, and I love that realness about him. Like, he's not this like ego or anything
Yeah.
like that, because a lot of the times, like,
When you're a legend, it's some people really do, they act the part, you know? And it's humbling to meet people
Yeah.
who are so, they let the music keep them humble.
Yeah.
So we got DJ Sluggo. Who else?
I mean, I was growing up and I really liked Green Velvet, that first
Oh yeah.
shake and pop.
Yeah.
Fucking, La La Land was a track of
Yeah.
yeah.
Green Velvet's iconic.
Yeah.
Green Velvet, formerly known as Cashmere, some of you might know, but Green Velvet, yeah.
And like Miss Kitten,
Mm.
I really loved that movie Party Monster, and basically that soundtrack and all the things involved. It's a lot of my inspiration. That movie, it sucks that.
What's it called? I've never seen it.
What? Oh, well, it's a Party Monster.
Party Monster. I gotta check it out.
It's based off a true story, and
okay,
it was the club kids in like the 80s, I guess, in New York.
Oh.
Yeah, Seth Green's in it, Macaulay Culkin.
No, this is a star-studded lineup, and I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's good. I would watch that when I was like in junior high, and I was like, oh my god.
You're like, that's what I want to create when I grow up. Like that's, and here you are.
Yeah,
doing it.
A lot of my inspo is really honestly from movies. Like the movie Go, that's from the 90s.
Okay.
Have you heard of that one? No, it's like this rave and it all happens in 24 hours. And
I love that concept.
Yeah, and it was like super 90s, like all of the clothes and everything. So
Go and Party
Monster.
Yeah. Those are on my watch list. Fire. And my last question to you before we get into this mix, what advice would you give to other DJs specifically, or I guess I should say people who want to get into curating and throwing events? What advice would you give, or what's something you wish you knew sooner before starting throwing events, especially to the scale in which you throw them totally on your own? What's some advice you would have wanted to hear first starting out?
Get an LLC.
Oh, you speaking to me directly right now, because I need to do that. Yeah, talk about why, what about an LLC would have changed things for you?
Well, it starts getting really crazy and chaotic when you start dealing with payments for everybody.
Yeah, I could imagine, especially when you're throwing something so underground to your own scale, and you're paying out not just DJs, but you're paying out like staff and volunteers and like venue. I could imagine. So get an LLC.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you're like me, like, I don't know, like I basically like almost failed high school. So it took a minute for me to like learn how to be professional in an email, or like I'll be like, yo, what's up?
What's good? LOL.
Yeah, people send me a proposal and I'm like, down. And I like, just like learn how to, I guess, write those emails. Or I'm really lucky to have some friends that have been able to basically be my ChatGPT. I send them my thing.
Shout out to your community. Like it really does. It takes a village.
Yeah. So have a friend or just learn how to write.
Yeah.
Because you have to make those jumps. You have to contact those venues. And if you don't hold yourself a certain way, they're probably going to say no. And that, I think, is what maybe had pushed me towards DIY, because a lot of the times they'd be like, you're on the 5th, 6th hold. And I'm like, okay, bro.
Dang.
Like, I ain't getting that date.
Yeah.
So, and now I've learned how to do that. And I feel like just having a little bit of paragraph or something will get you.
I mean, it really is something that I've noticed, is how differently these promoters or venues will talk to me when it's me in my email or when it's like a representative in my email. Their offers look different, their approach, the things like that look different. If it's me like, hi, yes, I'm down, I'll do it, versus someone being like, Momami is available on that date, I peeped the different response. So that's actually really valuable information for up and coming DJs. So thank you for being here. Where can we follow and support you?
Instagram, Flores Negras.
It's at Flores _ Negras _.
Yeah. And I got SoundCloud, Flores Negras 666.
And follow Miklan Productions. What's the Instagram for Miklan?
Miklan _ Productions. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just look up Miklan. There's, I think, another Miklan Productions, but I don't know. They're not that active.
Yeah.
They're somewhere.
Follow the one that you'll know which one is active. You'll see the page and you say, "Oh, we're active." Amazing. Well, let's get into this mix.
Thank you. It's gonna be probably some techno-ish, some house.
Let's get into some techno-y house. I'm here for it.
All right. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
All right.
All right, y'all. That was Flores Negras right here on WNUR 89.3 FM and HD1 Evanston, Chicago. We're about to get into this mix. Stay locked. Stay locked. Is it the right time?